Greetings fellow Luigi fans, and welcome to my new Super Luigi video for World 8, Peach's Castle. Let's get started. So here we go, Magma Moat. So yeah, I had mentioned in my World 7 video that I thought those levels weren't too hard and felt relatively easy compared to what I had been through in the past, and I assumed that it was because World 8 was going to be tough, and I was not mistaken. This one almost gave me, actually it did give me another game over, not on this level, but on a later one, and just like I did, I think it was either in World 1 or World 2, I just turned the system off and reloaded my game just because I didn't want to continue on my record. So yeah, I lost a bunch of lives, and yeah, it ended up I guess humbling me in a way, because like I said, after World 7 I didn't think it was going to be too tough, and I figure I had the controls more or less figured out, but no, this is hard, and it does remind me of some of the difficulty I've had in some of the past Mario games. Super Mario World in particular, as a side-scrolling 2D Mario, is one of the harder games in the series, especially if you do all the special worlds and try and do everything in the game. So these levels very much remind me of that level of challenge. It's been a long time since I played it. Actually, not too long. It was a couple years ago that I played through the entire Mario series from beginning to end. But yeah, so here I'm kind of talking through all this, but after you get all the star coins and go back, that line of bricks that you just saw, once you let the falling meteor or lava rocks hit it, you can go up and go into a pipe, and this will unlock the 4th stage in this world, which you will need to do and get all the star coins in order to unlock the up to 8 levels in Superstar Road. So there it is, it appears. But yeah, like I was saying, this is pretty tough, and this one right here, the Magma River Cruise, I gotta admit, I kind of hate this level. And the way it works, if you're familiar with this, is the number on that raft is how many objects or people it can hold, creatures it can hold, before it will stop moving. So this is pretty complex, because you not only have to watch out for the guys in the lava and the smoke cloud of death chasing you from behind, but you have all of these Koopas and Goombas falling from the sky, and they will take you out. And like right here, the boat's not moving, and I believe if you stay there too long, the cloud of death will get you. But the key right there is to get a Koopa shell and throw it into the lava to get that 2nd star coin. It's probably one of the more challenging star coins to get in the game, just because of everything that's going on at that particular part of the level. The rest of it isn't too bad. So here you just get past the fire bro and jump to the top. So yeah, that one took me quite a few tries to beat, and much cursing ensued, but finally got through it. This one right here, Hot Cogs, this one also took me a while to figure out, and I think it's because of the speed at which those cogs turn. You can get stuck in it, and right here you can either there's a hidden Luigi right there. You can either hit those bricks, or you can just go through the hidden wall below it. And something that is so funny that I just realized on this stage is that if you do a butt stomp and there happens to be a hidden area, you will see it briefly. So I guess it's almost like an homage to Donkey Kong Country, where you could slap the ground and get some bananas. It kind of reminded me of that, only this one actually revealed stuff that's a little more useful, like star coins. And not to go off on a tangent, but in Donkey Kong Country, I did get addicted to finding all the bananas and hidden items in the ground, and that's why I think the first time I played it, I only got maybe 5 or 6 stages into it, and I stopped. So a couple years ago, I did go through the Donkey Kong Country series as well, and got everything in those games. So I made up for it almost 20 years later. So getting to this level, and I've done enough blabbing to last a lifetime, but this one isn't too bad, especially compared to the Cogs level, and this is the secret level. I thought it might be a little more difficult than it is, and I do get hit a couple times, but this one really isn't too hard. You just got to kind of pay attention to those appearing and disappearing blocks. And yeah, right here, wait for them to appear and jump across. It's interesting that the falling fiery rocks can take those out. Just keep making a bunch of mistakes. And jump up here, and just time your jumps here so that you land on the bottom platform to get the coin, and you can jump right on up into the pipe. And here, wait for that one to appear, and then jump up. And yeah, that falling fireball probably gets you if you delay just a little bit, so that's somewhat evil if you have a small Luigi at the very end. Okay. Current event, Peach's Castle. Let's see if this one... Yeah, this one is pretty challenging, and I'm not playing with the gamepad, I'm playing with the Pro Controller. So I think with the gamepad you could probably tilt it, so tilt it to move the platforms like you did in past games. Go up here, and then this is another pretty tricky star coin. You can either grab a Bob-omb and throw it to hit the star coin, or you can carry him and let him sit on the platform and let it lower so that you can get it. I chose to do it that way. I find it to be a little easier. It wastes time, but is safer, and at this point I'm not going for best times, I'm just going for survival and the 3-star coins. So hop in this pipe, fire you up, and then this is a this can be pretty confusing. There's a lot of stuff going on, but you just want to be careful to keep those guys off your platform, and they can overwhelm you pretty quickly. And the trick here to get the coin up top is lean it to the right, and that will lift you high enough to jump up and get it. And just get out of here before the lava rises. And it will take you to the end. And I think I forgot to spin there at the very end to bounce off the Bob-omb. So, and the first time I did this, I did die, or the time right before this, I did die because I had little Luigi and I hit that Bob-omb at the very end, and I wanted to stop. But I went back and beat it. And now the final battle. This level, I died a lot. And getting used to Bowser Jr.'s attacks and the location of his attacks, it takes a couple cycles for you to get used to. But let him break open those bricks so that you can wall jump out. Get across here, and that entire line of question blocks are 1-ups. So if you plan things better than I have, you can go under here and get quite a few. On previous runs I did get a number of 1-ups to build back up. This is the stage that I did get a game over and turned the system off and reset. So right here, wait for these to drop and then start jumping across. I almost got taken out. Thankfully when he hits you, he just kind of pushes you. He doesn't make you lose a power-up. Hit and block right there. Get the extra power-up if you want it. And head on in to that ominous door. Love the design. Okay. And so I believe all of this is identical to New Super Mario Bros. U, so there shouldn't be anything here that's comes as a surprise, except I don't know if you can just jump on the wall and wall bounce and go over him so easily. But because of Luigi's physics, it makes it very easy to just do that and then hit the question or the exclamation block. And Bowser will fall. And you might think it's done, but no. Kamek comes back and he will revive Bowser, and this will all lead to the final boss battle. So I skipped all the cutscene. Actually, the game is smart, and if you've done this already, it will skip through the cutscenes between the last one and here, so it'll save you some time. And again, like I mentioned in my last video, the animation in this is really good. And the texture work on Bowser, I mean, he looks like he looks kind of alive, you know, but you know, Bowser is he sort of looks menacing, but you know, ultimately he's kind of a cute character. And here he goes after you. And you basically just have to run. You can let him bounce over you, and that way you can get over to the other side without getting hit. But you basically just have to wait until Bowser Jr., like that, you just wait till Bowser Jr. Does his ground attack, and then jump on his head and use his ship to go up, and you just press B to fly, and then hit the R button to attack Bowser's head, and that's it. So yeah, again, just this level, subtle touches like the embers that fly through the air and trail off the fireballs, just really nice. And so, yeah, again, this game, I've heaped on a lot of praise about its visuals and animation, and it's really impressive. So I think that's why, you know, some of my friends do accuse me of being a bit of a Nintendo fanboy, and you know, I'm fine with that. You know, I will call a bad game, but when it comes to Mario games and other big Nintendo franchises, they rarely do wrong, and they can sometimes be accused of being too easy. Like Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, I thought was pretty easy, but it just played so good and felt so good. The 3D was done really well. I just, yeah, it I guess was greater than the sum of its parts. And same with these Mario games. You know, all of the elements just really come together and blend to create, you know, games that I think are super memorable and tremendously fun to play. And if you dedicate yourself to them, they can be super challenging, but also very, very rewarding in the end. So that takes us to the end of New Super Luigi U's main game. And here, this is not really a spoiler, of course, you run into Princess Peach at the end.
Thank you.
And she thanks you, gives you a kiss, and then you go through all the credits, and I guess I'll let her kiss you.
What? Oh.
And so, not the greatest ending, and I guess, you know, Mario games don't always have, rarely have good endings. I guess they're not really about the story. It's kind of the same thing every time. So you'll come back, and yes, you'll get a star on your save file for completing the game. You will unlock this secret island, which is basically just a toad house that has all your records. And then this, most importantly, is Superstar Road, which is an entirely new world with 9 more stages, 27 more star coins to find. So if you haven't done those or haven't unlocked that, it's definitely worth it. So you got all star coins in Peach's Castle. That will give you World 8, and after you do all of those, you will get a 9th one. And then it will finally let you know that you've cleared all the courses. Another star is added. Actually, not finally. And that you've collected all the star coins up through Peach's Castle. And so there you have it. That is the first 8 worlds of New Super Luigi U, and my next one will be for Superstar Road, and following that will be my video review. So thanks again for hanging out with me through all of this, and I will see you in the next one.